So it needs to be replaced, and it won't last much longer, even if the weather doesn't rain.
And if we do have it replaced, is there a guarantee for the new track? I mean, is it gonna last? I don't wanna have to come back or the school district have to pay for a new track in 4 more years.
I believe Coach Gant told the committee there was a 7-year warranty? It was a 7-year warranty on it.
All right, any other questions or comments on this item?
No, is this
Mr. Yap?
replacing the whole, I mean, they're gonna dig out the old gravel and all that is under it?
Yes, sir. They're taking the whole top off the track, and,
It's not just a resurface?
no, it's gonna be a brand-new track.
And it is worth the investment. You know, we have a top-of-the-line stadium, and this is not only used just for the track meets, it's also used like for different community events as well, including like people want to go walk also, the band, everything else, you know. So it is a good investment.
And I know from the safety standpoint, we've had to cancel some track meets because of the track when it would become wet and become slippery. And I know Coach Gant did, at committee, indicate that safety is an issue, and as the years progress, I mean, we're gonna have to end up replacing the track. And I think safety is a big concern, I think. Any other comments or questions? All right, hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to approve this item.
I move we approve the item to request the proposal for the running track renovations.
All right, there's a motion on the floor by Mr. Gonzalez to approve this item. Is there a second? Second by Mr. Tomlinson. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. All right, we'll go ahead and move on to item 1101A-5, request for approval of the naming of the new school currently being built on FM 732. Do we have a presentation?
I requested, I was just asking, are we gonna have some sort of presentation by the committee? This is a hard decision to make tonight, because
Yeah.
all 3 names are well-deserving, but I'd like to see, or hear from the committee as far as what were the comments or what were the reactions to who came in, with more votes. I don't know how y'all did the selection.
I believe
of the 3.
Ms. Yanis is here. She's the
Okay.
chairman of the committee, Ms. Yanis.
Right. There was a naming of, there was a total of 13 names that were submitted by the public for consideration. And we met and we selected the top 3. We did hear yesterday from the 3 top candidates that we had selected from the nominations that we had presented. And we did hear yesterday something in reference to each one of those. I don't know if they're here, if you wanted to hear them. No, either a family member or the person that actually nominated them. They made the presentation to the committee, and we heard that presentation
Did the
yesterday.
committee recommend like 1, 2, 3, or just the 3 names, or how did it go? Or is it the way
Yes,
that this
we-
is right here?
We just
have-
did the 3 nominations and no specific order, just the 3 nominations. The first 3 that were selected with the most vote that were tallied.
Mr. Limon, I don't have a problem in hearing what the outcome was from the committee. Yes? There's no problem. I think if board members,
I think that would be fair to us.
okay, all right.
Yeah, to all of us, it's really a hard decision. Like
Do
you
you-
said, everybody's
Do
well
Do
deserving.
you have a
and-
tally?
Yes, I
Ms.
do
Yanis,
have the
at this-
tally here. Angela Jerusal Yal, she got 7. The next one that came was Dr. Anita H. Garcia with 4. Antolina Avila Balboa with 3.
And you had presentations from these
Yes,
3
we
fine
had
candidates
exact-
yesterday, I
exactly.
believe. Okay. Board members, any questions?
President, what you may want to do is table it, I don't know if you have to take action tonight, and invite those 3 families to come in and make each a 5-minute presentation at the next board meeting. And that way the board can hear for themselves. I understand the committee ranked them. They reduced the list from 13 to 3, but I think that would be very helpful for the board to hear from each of the families. If that's your wish, you don't have to, that's just a suggestion.
And we could do this at another particulars, maybe special meeting
Special
or
meeting, however, give them longer to make their presentation.
on these three. Board members, any comments on what? Mr.
Mr.
Russell?
President, I think that's a very good idea to have it table until somebody come and give us, these three people come and give us a presentation. Okay?
All right, thank you. And Mr. Leon, were you going to say something?
So you move it to table.
What was the makeup of the committee? How many members were comprised in the committee?
15?
We were 13. I mean, of the committee were 11 members of the naming committee.
Okay, because I noticed that there's 14
Move
votes.
to table it so we can have more time.
I'm sorry? Well, the selection was made according to how they were given the list, and then from that list, they would select one or two members, is how they would do it. That's why you'll have a little bit more tallied in. So a person could select two people if they wanted to.
Oh,
From that list. So that's why you would have a larger number sometimes, so. So it's not going to equal to exactly 11 votes.
I think each committee member had 3 votes, correct?
If they wanted to select up to 3 votes,
oh,
yes.
okay.
So you had some committee members vote for 3 different names, and some
Exactly.
committee members just voted for 2.
2 or 1,
And some committee
depending.
members just voted for 1.
But this was when the entire list was,
When the entire
When the
list was.
entire list was-
Exactly,
was-
when the
was
entire,
still-
yes, list was given.
So there was no finalized voting with the 3 final candidates? It was just an overall?
Yes, it's an overall tally of the number of the votes that each one got.
I feel that the committee should have just brought us one name. That's how I feel.
I think under policy, Mr. Leal, I think it's required that they bring
Exactly.
Well, the 3 names,
names.
but.
Oh, okay.
I
To
mean,
recommend tonight?
I mean, they should have voted on those 3 and come up with who came in, yeah. I know.
Is there any way that they can go back and just vote on those 3 final candidates and get an overall vote of those?
I think this is up to the board at
Yeah,
this.
it's already-
Exactly, I
at this
think the
point, it's up to the
guidelines
board
were that
now.
we're supposed to present 3.
Okay, we talked about delaying this, I believe, at one of the committee meetings and having a presentation made at the board, but it was felt, I believe, by some of the committee members that we needed to move on this.
Exactly.
And,
And each one was given actually a presentation, a manual presentation, either written and so forth, as to why they were nominating that candidate. So we did have something given to us before we even met to make the selection.
and I know the committee
guidance.
took a lot of time to discuss the different names. But given that, I think we need to take action now. And I'm ready to nominate Ms. Angela Jerusa Leal as the person that we named the new elementary school for. Back when we were naming Dr. Garza Elementary, I voted for Ms. Leal at that time. I felt that she was very deserving. She'd been a principal in that area for many years. I feel that she's deserving to have this school named for her, so I'm going to go ahead and make that motion.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, there's a motion on the floor to name this, on this item for Angela Jerusa Leal Elementary for this item, and there's a second by Mr. Tomlinson. We'll go ahead and take a vote. All those in favor, raise your right hand. All those opposed, raise your right hand. Any abstentions? All right, motion carries. The new elementary school will be named Angela Jerusa Leal Elementary. Congratulations. At this time, I'd like to recognize all the committee members. If you could stand up and be recognized at this time, thank you for a job well done in bringing these 3 excellent candidates forward to the school board this evening. All committee members, thank you. All right, at this time, we'll go.
Is she here? Is she here?
Is she here? Are there any family members or from Mrs. Leal that would like to recognize? If there is, please stand up and be recognized. No? Okay. All right. All right, at this time, we'll move on to item number 10, closed meeting, discussion under the authority of the Texas Government Code 551.071 for the purpose of private consultation with the board's attorney on any or all subjects or matters authorized by law, A, pending litigations. 551.074 for the purpose of the appointment, employment, evaluation, reassignment, duties, discipline, or dismissal of a public officer or employee, to hear complaints or charges against a public officer or employee. A, report on personnel. And we are now in executive session at exactly 8:03. All right, it is 8:32. We are back from executive session. Item number 11, consider action on items discussed in closed meeting, 551.071, for the purpose of a private consultation with the board's attorney on any or all subjects or matters authorized by law. A, pending litigations. No action. 551.074 for the purpose of the appointment, employment, evaluation, reassignment, duties, discipline, or dismissal of a public officer or employee, to hear complaints or charges against a public officer or employee. No action. Item number 12, public comment. Do we have anyone, Mr.? All right. No public comment. And item number 13 is adjournment at exactly 8:33 PM. Thank you.